Hey all, Mr. Rip here. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Regmyr. I did a couple of videos on me, using all my scrolls and everything else to try to get the guy. So I was able to finally, get them all maxed out based on all the stuff I just been saving up. And I wanted to talk about him in general because I think he's a really good hero, and I think he's really attainable for even free to play. So let's take a quick look at, what he has to offer. So if you check out his skills, so overall, I'll just give you a quick overview, right? Like he's a good buffer and debuffer. So he really helps out your team and by buffing them and then also by, debuffing the enemy. So his ultimate, he's got this smoke bomb, right? He tosses it into the enemy half of the battlefield, and then it decreases their ACC by 80 points and then 9% per second. And then if you skip down to level 3, he causes an ally with the highest attack other than himself within the smoke to be untargetable state. So that's really good to use when you think about the opposite team having, the lizard, what the heck is his name? Excessium. Because he really targets, the high attack mages and kind of stuff. So he can be used to try to help protect them. But I'll kind of go over one of the teams that I use him in. So really cool right off the bat, good ultimate. For talking about fervor, he reduces the damage that he takes by 75%, and then he shares 65% of the damage with the two allies that are right behind them. And then you can take a look at, when you get down to level 4, allied hero sharing damage gain an increase of 24% in attack. And when they are on the enemy half of the battlefield, the bonus is a further 18% increase. So I want to show you real quick a team that I use. I'm using it in the Alliance Warfare now. Defense, and then defense lineup. So I use this right here lineup. And the reason why I do that is because if you think about Terra by himself, right, he does really well with shields. He increases his damage significantly when he's shielded. So Ra provides shielding for him. The Dancer provides shielding for him. And then on top of that, I put these guys in the back directly behind Regmyr because, remember, he's going to share that damage with them, right? And when he's shielded, when Terra is shielded by Ra and the Dancer chick, and then also when you think about Udos, he eventually becomes immortal when he gets enough physical damage on him. So I think this is going to be a really good team, although I haven't really tested it thoroughly yet. But I think it's just going to be a great lineup. And then obviously this one's the best lineup in the game. And then whatever you have left, on your third lineup, you want to see if you can get them pretty strong too. But anyway, let's go back to Regmyr. Right, and so we looked at his ultimate and then fervor. Let's look at get over here. So what he does is he tosses a hook, right, at the enemy that attacks your weakest hero. And so, that's all right. But he does 250% attack damage. And if you skip down to level 4, actually, let's hit level 2 and level 3 first. Allied hero deals an additional 60% attack damage when attacking an alpha wolf, and then level 3 bumps it up to 75. And then the cool thing, level 4, within 4 seconds after he throws the hook, he's immune to control effects and damage and knock up or knock back, right? So not too shabby. And then Battle Roar grants him a shield equal to 55% of his max HP and taunts the enemy with the highest damage output for 7.5 seconds. Regardless of whether the taunt is successful or not, the target will deal 25% less damage, so another debuff, and it'll take 25% more damage for 7.5 seconds. And then level 2, it'll be 40 and 40. And then level 3, it extends the cooldown for non-regular attack skills of the taunted target and enemies around him by 2 seconds. But what I'm really trying to get is the breakthrough, because that increases it by 4 seconds. I think that's going to be probably a pretty decent game changer. Even though they just recently nerfed Regmyr, I think he's still an awesome hero. Right, I was doing a quadrillion damage with him. I still hit 1.1 quadrillion damage. So pretty cool player, both for PvP and I think also PvE. So overall, pretty decent. Let's just talk about his breakthrough. We talked about it already, but the cool thing is ally hero sharing the damage gain increase of 24%. And then when they're on the enemy half of the battlefield, it's additional 18. We talked about that. And then right here is what I'm going after next. Is it's gonna bump that out to about 4 seconds, which I think is going to be really, really key, especially in PvP. And then let's see, talents. I don't think we touched on that. But when the allied hero first enters the enemy half, they're immediately gain 270 points of energy and enter an untargetable state for 5 seconds. So amazing, right? Untargetable. So basically you're just doing free damage. And then he also gains 100 points of energy. And then when an allied hero hits a unit marked with Alpha Wolf, they gain 60 points of energy, and all allied units near Alpha Wolf also receive 40 points of energy. And the cooldown trigger by the attack is 1 second. So overall, just a pretty awesome hero. A little short, but you know what? That's all right. I think overall he's a must-have for being competitive in the game, whether it's PvP or PvE. Anyhow, if you you have any cool teams that you think he can be paired with, also you can take a look at his storyline. So he can be paired with the elemental. I forget her name, the fire chick, and then the guy that throws the blades. It's been a while. Desmond and Aistra. So anyway, there's a couple of other teams he can use. But if you have a cool team that you're using with him and you have any recommendations or you disagree, feel free to comment. Reach out to me in the game if you need some help. Happy to be there. Have fun out there playing the game, and good luck.